Thank you so much, the senior office bearers of Sportscom, for inviting me to your 28th Managing Committee meeting. This is actually indeed an honor and a pleasure to interact with all of you. As you know that sports, we all know that sports is taking a central space in everybody's life. Be it can be done in the state. We are the only state which has a PPP approach. Means Transtadia is a glaring example where state came forward and partnered with a private entity which is quite passionate about sports development in the country, and we joined together. And there is an enabling act also. Very few states has such kind of enabling act where the private sector can come in and bring in their expertise by way of public-private partnership. We have different models, including the Swiss challenge model, which is also allowed. Direct negotiation is also allowed. So that is known as Gujarat Infrastructure Development Act, which was passed in year 2009. So Transtadia is up and running and growing successfully in the state, and there are many other successful models in the state in which the private sector and the public sector have joined hands, and they are working in a very, very efficient manner. So these are small 4 or 5 points that I wanted to bring to your notice. Once again, I request all of you to participate in a big way in during national games, because we simply just don't want to conduct the national games. On the sidelines of national games, we want to set up a sports startup kind of exhibition or maybe demo kind of thing. All the industries which are working in sports goods manufacturing sector, equipment sector, apparel sector, they can come and set up their exhibitions near the venues, which will see a footfall of hundreds of thousands of people. Narendra Modi Stadium itself, where we are planning, these are in planning stage, nothing is confirmed as yet. But if that happens, the inaugural session would witness a footfall of more than 100,000 people in Ahmedabad. So we have that capacity, we have that scale, we have that visibility. Fortunately, both the Honorable Prime Minister and Honorable Home Minister, they are from Gujarat. So that kind of focus is also there for Gujarat. So I urge you, request you, all of you, to kindly go through our new sports policy and the industry's policy and evaluate, find out if something can be done by coming together. Thank you so much for giving me the opportunity to join the meeting and share my views and ideas with you. Over to you. Thank you.
It was wonderful, Ashwini Kumar ji. That was wonderful. I mean, really dynamic, the steps that you have taken. And on behalf of Sportscom, we salute you. It is not easy to make policy change.
Have been finalized, or is it still in discussion? How many, approximately how many sports would be there? And
in fact, all these things are under discussion, and we can expect 25 plus sports minimum, a minimum of 25 plus sports, and tentatively maybe in the last week of somewhere between the second half of September to the first half of October. Means roughly we are looking at that timeline, but these things are still under discussion.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
So, Udit, thank you so much. If I think you guys can continue your discussion, and you can reach out to me and write an email to me. I would certainly love to respond to your emails. And I personally invite all of you to visit Gujarat. If means almost it's decided, whenever we organize these national games, kindly do visit. And Udit, we should try to do something together on the sidelines of national games to make it more exciting, make it more participative. Thank you so much.
Sir. I appreciate your coming to this Sportscom meeting, the managing committee meeting with us. I think that before you go, I want to just share my 2 bits with all of you, that my experience with the government of Gujarat has been excellent. I think that while we've jumped into a good PPP discussion, my relationship and the company's relationship has gone beyond just infrastructure. And I think the way that the government has invited all stakeholders, including Transtadia, to be part of the development process across leagues, across academies, across investment, across infrastructure, across knowledge sharing, across education. One of the things that I wanted to just add is that we have the Swarnim Gujarat Sports University over here, which is part of the Youth Affairs, Youth Culture and Sports Department. And it's also taking up a lot of talent from the Khel Mahakumbh who graduate and then has a sporting career. So I think the concept of a student athlete has been defined very well by the government of Gujarat. So, sir, as you have guided us today, we will try and not try, but we'll host the international sports summit that we talked about just before the national games, and use that as a platform to invite all the stakeholders over there. Once again, thank you so much for your presence today and inviting us and the entire committee to Gujarat, sir. Thank you.
This is actually a wonderful idea. We must do the international summit before we do national games. It's a wonderful idea, and let's discuss with the Honorable Minister and do it in the month of September itself. This is an excellent idea.